by welcoming all the families, friends, and faculty in attendance, along with my fellow graduates. This is a very special day as we are gathered to celebrate the commencement ceremony of the new Richmond High School class of 2014. Thank you to all who have made this ceremony possible and to the guests in attendance. High school has been an important time in our lives, and there are many experiences and memories that came along with it. These years have gone to develop and shape us into the people we are today. Friendships have been made that will last a lifetime, regardless of where life takes us. And wherever life does take us, may we never forget where we came from. New Richmond is the place we may always call home and always remember. So with that, thanks to all the members of the community that have helped us along the way. Also, thank you to all the family members, educators, and friends that have always been there and always will be. This ceremony marks the end of one chapter of life and the beginning of another. It is an end to the education received at New Richmond High School and the start of adulthood. No matter what you choose to do after, reaching this point is a tremendous accomplishment, and I congratulate my classmates for that. Now we look to the future, where it is obvious that many more great things will be accomplished by all the great young men and women that are standing before me. As Senator Orrin Hatch once said, there is a good reason they call these ceremonies commencement exercises. Graduation is not the end, it's the beginning. Thank you, and please be seated.
Fellow students, family, friends, and faculty. As I stand here today, I am filled with both happiness and sadness. This is the end of high school, yet the beginning of our lives. It seemed as if May of 2014 would never come, and we had plenty of time to worry about other things besides becoming an adult. However, that time has quickly passed. Our years have flown by, especially the 4 years here at New Richmond. Our friends that we are used to seeing almost every day are going in different directions, and our memories will be one of the guaranteed things we have left from high school. It does not feel like it has been 13 years since we first entered kindergarten, excited to make friends in outfits we now cannot believe our parents chose for us. Being line leader for a day made us feel like we were our teacher's best friends, and the Christmas and Valentine's Day parties were the highlights of our years. Skin knees and elbows from recess, and testing our fear of height on the spider web were everyday things to us. While in elementary, it seemed like we would never grow to be those older kids in skirts and tuxes who came and sang to us at Christmas. Once we hit 6th grade, we thought we were the coolest kids in the school. Camp Joy is something many of us will always remember. Meeting new people, scaring ourselves on the rope course, and experiencing the Underground Railroad. As we graduated elementary and officially became middle school students, lockers were our biggest fear, and being able to walk through the hallway without teachers made us feel like we were finally growing up. Middle school was a time of awkwardness, making new friends while growing apart from old ones, and when texting was the coolest thing to do. When the remnants of a hurricane got us out of school for 3 days, we learned the importance of electricity and insurance. It is safe to say that almost all of us were told nice stand speed while in middle school, and for some of us, those stairs in that school leave bad memories. Visiting the high school in 8th grade made us realize we really were not as grown up as we thought we were. All of us were excited for what we were told would be some of the best years of our lives. As we started our first day of high school, we met our friends in the designated meeting areas to walk to class together so we would not get lost. We had our class of film with us, and girls had flip-flops on, ready to take advantage of even more freedom. High school soon lived up to being the best years of our life. I do not think anything can compare to the excitement we had before our first homecoming meeting and our first game. As freshmen, we had no idea how fast our last homecoming meeting. As we continued through high school, teachers were alarmed because of how many of us there were in advanced and AP classes. Our class was brave enough to sign up for the classes others told us not to take, and we realized how important academics were to us. Our teachers are probably really thankful they do not have to hear us complain about our grades. Besides being academically involved, we participated in various clubs, programs, had a huge interest in music, and participated in a lot of sports. Not only is our class extremely smart and talented, but many have set endless records and have led their teams to meet championships. The class of 2014 has made a huge impact on New Richmond through academics, music, art, and sports. We have transformed from being the class whose choir was walked out on to becoming leaders and role models for our communities. There are many things that have brought us closer together. For example, some of us have traveled together to Florida and even across the world together to France and Spain. However, one of the things that have made us close is what we have suffered together. We have grieved a lot as a class with the loss of family and friends and the great Miss Diana's family. With every loss and challenge, we stood by each other and offered support to those who needed it. When the color purple gained a whole new meaning for us, we came together to honor a woman who made a lasting impact not only on our school, but all of us individually. Miss Minotti surprising us at her last pep run and sending off hundreds of purple balloons in the sky are memories that have a special place in all of our hearts. The memories that have been made together are memories. Through the good times and the bad, we became a class that has much to be proud of. I congratulate all of you and wish you the best of luck as you begin your lives. As we sit together for the last time, I want to remind you to always remember the good times, the good friends, and the lessons we have learned together at Richmond High School.
Congratulations to the class of 2014. This is your day. A day to celebrate the successful completion of 13 years of education. A day for your parents and family to celebrate and recognize your achievement. I want to encourage you as you think about your future. You're graduating from the finest school in Ohio. Our mission statement says that we are to graduate students able to demonstrate confidence, leadership, and responsibility. And I believe that you are proof that we have accomplished that mission. Should you be confident? Without a doubt, yes. How do I know that? The success of those who have graduated from New Richmond High School before you should give you all the confidence you need that you are prepared to accomplish any task or career that you desire. Do you want to be a NASA engineer? Our graduates have done that. Do you want to perform on Broadway? Our graduates have done that. Do you want to be a surgeon? Our graduates have done that. Do you want to work in Washington, D.C., in the Capitol building in Columbus? Be a lawyer, be a professional athlete, be a teacher, be a business owner, be a chemist, be a nurse, be a college professor, be a race driver, be the pastor of a church, serve the military. Our graduates have done all of these things. Our graduates have been to every continent. Some of you will travel to Africa, some of you to Asia, some to Europe. You have been prepared by New Richmond schools just like those before you. You are ready to accomplish whatever you decide upon, and ready to do so with confidence. We also want to graduate students ready to be leaders, and I believe that we have done that. You don't have to be in charge to be a leader. Leaders are part of the solution, not a part of the problem. Leaders influence others to make the right choice by exhibiting good character and responsibility. Leaders are able to work in a team and establish relationships with coworkers. Leaders have an attitude of gratitude. Leaders have a desire to never stop learning. Leaders generate enthusiasm and give credit to others. Through your 4 years at New Richmond High School, you have had many opportunities to display these aspects of leadership in the classroom, on the field, on the stage, and on that yellow bus. I trust your teachers and other responsible adults have demonstrated leadership and provided you with an opportunity to grow. Some of you are on the New Richmond campus for the last time. As you leave, I encourage you to be a positive leader wherever you go. Lastly, our mission statement says that we want you to graduate with a characteristic of responsibility. Be responsible with your family. You will always be a son or a daughter. The parents who have supported you are seated behind you. Love and thank them. You may be a mom or a dad someday. Be a responsible parent. Teach your children to be self-reliant and law-abiding. Be responsible with your finances and careful about debt. And be a responsible citizen of the greatest nation on earth. We all need to safeguard the freedoms of our Constitution and Bill of Rights. I know that we have taught you to be responsible for your actions. I wish you great success as you depart New Richmond campus for perhaps the last time. And I know that you will leave with confidence, leadership, and responsibility. Congratulations, class of 2014, and God bless.
Good afternoon, everyone. As I look around this stadium at my classmates, or one could say former classmates, I realize how many different paths we took to get here. For some of us, graduating high school was a natural expectation from day one. For others, life's challenges kept piling on until it seemed like we would never make it. In spite of all the different routes we took, we're all in the same place, because this all means the same thing. It means we're finally ready to decide what direction our lives should go. Many of us have, at least from time to time, felt like taking this kind of time and effort to decide what to do with our lives was unnecessary. Sometimes it seemed like we had found the easy way in life and couldn't stand the fact that we still had to spend our days in school. But I'm happy that each one of us kept an open mind to the idea that we might find a better path into the future if we stuck it out and graduated. After all, had we all made our life decisions too soon, the country would be full to the brim with firefighters, veterinarians, and ninjas. So now it's official. We've passed the test and qualified for adult life. But as much as we'd like to think so, we didn't get here alone. There are many people I'd like to thank for this success. First of all, of course, is my mom and dad. Whether it was staying up late to help me glue photos onto a poster board that I had ignored for a month, or standing over me despite tears and screams to make sure I wrote a full paragraph in cursive, they ensured that I put my best foot forward in school, just the way many other great parents did for the class of 2014. I would also like to thank Jesus Christ, my Lord and Savior, for giving me the courage and persistence I need to aim high and work hard, for guiding my way and keeping us safe. Finally, I'd like to thank all the teachers who never gave up on us, no matter how good an idea it may have seemed at the time. All of these people are the real reasons we're about to walk up on stage and claim the diploma we've been seeking for 13 years. This is a great day, and it marks the end of our longest journey thus far, but it also marks the beginning of what is to be our greatest adventure. While I will miss all of you, I know that you can make it in this world, and I'm happy to see you moving on to bigger and better things. The prospect of packing up and leaving this small town may be a little frightening, but every one of us can do it. And who knows, maybe a few of us will find our way back. I'd like to leave you today with the words of Rick Ross. There may be some difficulties during a period of adjustment, specifically picking up your life and making your own truly independent decisions. Thank you, and congratulations.
I would like to take this opportunity to recognize some of our graduating seniors for accomplishments which are outstanding and speak to their character. Jason Goodrich, Joshua Hayden, Thomas Reichman, Logan Schinkel. Despite a heavy academic workload and involvement in extracurricular activities, they have not missed a day of school in 4 years. We have one other outstanding senior to recognize. It is very difficult to go through 4 years of high school without missing a day. It is even more difficult to go through middle school and high school without missing a day. However, this amazing and driven young lady has shown how dedicated she is to her education. Ashley has not missed a day of school since she started kindergarten in August 2001. She has not missed a day of school in 13 years. Ashley Lewis, please come forward. Over the course of 4 years, our students have studied many disciplines in order to choose their life's passion. At the beginning of their junior year, a number of students took advantage of New Richmond's partnership with Grant Career Center to prepare for their life's work. Would those students please stand? I would like to now introduce Ms. Lisa Tuttle Huff from Grant Career Center.
It is my pleasure to recognize a New Richmond High School senior who has attended Grant Career Center. This student has had the highest grade point average of all seniors from the New Richmond who attended Grant Career Center, graduating with a GPA of 4.0636, Mr. Cody Thompson.
Good evening, class of 2014, family, friends, faculty, and staff, and all those who have played a special role in our lives. Tonight, we are here to celebrate our achievements from high school and to prepare ourselves for the real world. New Richmond High School has played a significant role in preparing us for what the future holds. As a sophomore, I chose to attend Grant Career Center in the Automotive Service Technology program because Grant helped to spark my interest in the automotive industry. I felt that career training at Grant would prepare me to enter the real world with knowledge and skills that I could put right to work. I quickly found that Grant was willing to jumpstart my career and help me excel in my field. Between my junior and senior year, I completed an internship at Pep Boys where I learned many tricks of the trade and it showed me what I still needed to learn. The technicians I worked with were willing to share with me their experiences that they had encountered over the course of their careers. This showed me how the automotive industry operated and inspired me to try to move further in the industry. In my senior year, because of my training and experiences, I landed a job as a lube tech at Beachmont Ford where I have better room for advancement and can branch off into different areas at Ford. Because of these opportunities, I see a better future for myself. I would like to thank my automotive instructor, Mr. Lyle Taylor, for pushing me to do the best that I can do and for showing me that I can achieve a lot more than I thought possible. I would also like to thank Mrs. Griffith for the extraordinary help she has given to me over the years as well. Thank you to all the teachers at New Richmond, my friends, and most importantly, my family, for supporting me in whatever path I follow. As we go our separate ways, I would like to leave you with a quote from an unknown author. I hope your dreams take you to the corner of your smiles, to the highest of your hopes, to the windows of your opportunities, and to the most special places you have ever known. I wish for each and every one the best that life has to offer as you start on your own path to success. Go forward with your lives and leave a positive mark on the world. Congratulations, class of 2014. Now it is your time to make an impact for yourself and for the world. Thank you.
Good evening. I know for some of you, this is just another graduation, so I appreciate everyone coming. I think I can speak for my classmates when I say we're just glad this truly marks the end of team Qs, lit terms, and mental recalls. When I was informed that I was going to be the valedictorian, they told me I could basically write about whatever I wanted. So instead of boring myself with another assignment during the last week of school, I decided to write about something as an evening, to pass the time. And while I know our social media lives are very important, for a brief couple minutes, I encourage you all to stop Instagramming and listen to some wise things I've learned while attending Richmond High. In my 18 years on Earth, two things have become evident. God never fails, and life's pretty weird. It seems that just a second ago, my mom was packing my Scooby-Doo lunchbox, and now I take a look at myself and see I'm engaged with the love of my life. You hear people say it all the time, back in the good old days. They'll say, back in the good old days, gas was only 10 cents a gallon. Or back in the good old days, we only needed 3 television channels. Pretty soon we might be saying, back in the good old days, when we used to have face-to-face conversations with our families and friends. It seems to be a simple fact. Life, unfortunately, is too short. With this in mind, I encourage you, class of 2014, to set goals, pursue your dreams, and do not waste a second. Stop telling the world about what you ate for breakfast, and instead go conquer. I dream of a world where young men dream and create instead of staring in their hands while life goes by. I quote Ferris Bueller, "Life moves pretty fast. If you don't stop and look around once in a while, you can miss it." But I didn't write this speech about cell phones. I wrote about my perception of life. Proverbs 12:15 says, "The way of fools seems right to them, but the wise listen to advice." And this is my advice to you. Take life head on, because our possibilities are endless. Our class is too talented and too intelligent to choose the path of least resistance and not leave an impact on this messed up world. I look at each one of you, and I've seen you guys all grow up with me for the past 12 years or so. I see so much talent, but I wonder if some of you have decided to forget about your gifts. We read a poem in 8th English about a man named Ulysses, who felt compelled to live to the fullest and who wanted to swallow every last drop of life. Ulysses believed that taking life for granted is to pretend there is nothing more to it than the simple act of breathing. Ulysses wishes to follow knowledge like a sinking star and forever grow in wisdom. I believe we all learned a lot about ourselves in Mrs. Parker's class, but as you can probably tell, this poem specifically really spoke to me. It reminds me of Jesus when he said, "I have come that they may have life and have it to the full." From Alfred Tennyson's Ulysses, this is what I believe will become of the Richmond High School's class of 2014. Though much is taken, much abides. And though we are not now that strength which in old days moved earth and heaven, that which we are. One equal temper of heroic hearts, made weak by time and fate, but strong in will to strive, to seek, to find, and not to yield. Thank you. God bless.
Defending our freedom is a dangerous, demanding profession. Would all the students who will be entering the armed forces please stand up? Thank you. You may be seated. I would now like to introduce Mr. Ralph Shepard from the American Legion John Farina Post 550 to present the American Legion Award.
Good evening. My, what a good-looking group of kids. I've been seeing that for many, many years on this campus. But I'd like to introduce a gentleman tonight. I attended Monroe 6th grade graduation Wednesday evening. And he sure struck me pretty good when he said, "Students, would you please stand up and thank your parents, your grandparents, your aunts and uncles that have pushed you this many years." Mr. Roach from Monroe Elementary. Would you please stand, Mr. Roach? Students, would you please stand and thank your parents back there? Thank everybody. I'm going to give you just a short history of this award. Back in 1922, John Farina Post 550 was chartered in the village of New Richmond. And at that time, we had a lot of World War I veterans from Moscow area and the New Richmond area. They decided around the middle of 1930 to present this award at Moscow High School and at New Richmond High School to a boy and a girl in both high schools. Then Moscow High School closed in the late 50s. But it stayed on as one of our elementary schools into the early 80s. In 1974, we opened this building right over here, the middle school, and that's when our post officers and members voted to extend this award to all of our younger grades and to the middle school. And at this time, I'd like for two young people to come forward and receive this year, 2014. And I'd like for you to know, I don't know who receives these awards till I step up to the podium at any of the schools. This one goes to Mr. Josh Hyden. And the young lady to receive the American Legion Award is Paige Anderson. Paige. In closing, I would like to say, don't forget Monday is Memorial Day. That's when we honor our servicemen that have died in all wars. And in the First World War, a gentleman by the name of John Farina was the first killed from New Richmond, and that's where the name comes from, John Farina, Post 550. Also, at that time, we started sending boys to Boys State back in the 30s and the 40s, till the war came along and then things tightened up. I know we have 4 young men here this evening attended Boys State up at Bowling Green State University and represented this school very highly, because I checked in on you gentlemen. Would you please stand, you 4 young men? And also, I'm proud that Mr. Mahan worked with the kids here at the high school this year, and we are sending 4 boys again up to Bowling Green State University, and I believe they leave the first weekend in June. In closing, God bless you, young people, whatever you take on. Just remember, come back and see us anytime. You're welcome back to this school anytime. God bless you.
Over the course of their high school career, students have the opportunity to participate in the Post-Secondary Education Option Program. Students may earn high school credit as well as college credit through this program. Students must qualify based on grade point average and college entrance exams. At this time, we would ask all graduates who have participated in the Post-Secondary Education Option Program to please stand. These students have not only met requirements for graduation from the Richmond High School through coursework taught at UC Claremont, collectively they have accumulated a total of 357 hours of college credit. Please honor these students with your applause. The Board of Education policy mandates that special recognition be given to seniors graduating with honors, determined by a grade point average of 3.6 or higher and earning at least 24 credits. Those seniors graduating with honors are wearing the honors medallions this evening. At this time, we would like to recognize these graduates. I would ask the following graduates to stand and remain standing until all are called. Please hold your applause until all are announced. Graduating with honors, Zachary Stephen Adkins, Adriana Storm Baker, Cody Allen Bealey, Tyler Joseph David, Felicity Ann Elsesser, Kurt Thomas Greifenkamp, Jacob Michael Halke, Grace Catherine Janin, Ashley Lauren Lewis, Skylar Jade McDonald, Autumn Evelyn Miracle. Juliana Lee Molitor. Priya Harish Patel. Eric Michael Hawley. Jacob Liam Ryan. Logan William Schinkel. Allison Michelle Skaggs. Noah Abraham Roy Skinner. Samuel David Tremper. Eleanor Rose Wildy. Bailey Jill Workman. Rachel Elizabeth Zavosky. Please honor these students with applause. Students graduating with a grade point average of 4.0 or higher and earning at least 24 credits are recognized as graduating with highest honors. These seniors graduating with honors are also wearing honors medallions. At this time, we would like to recognize these graduates, and I would ask the following graduates to stand and remain standing until all are called. Please hold your applause. Graduating with highest honors, Paige Caroline Anderson. Olivia Marie Beheimer. Anne Louise Bishop. Josephine Elizabeth Buckingham. John Christopher Ernst. Chelsea Nicole Foley. Zachary Allen Fields. Jill Shannon Flanagan. Cheyenne Lynn Fletcher. Nicholas Reed Gilman. Cole Ari Goodnow. Hannah Elizabeth Hall. Caleb Joseph Hayward. Joshua Bramwell Hayden. Michael Ray Huber. Abigail Ann Jewell. Jessica Nicole Nazareth. Amanda Nevi Wynn. Michaela Sue Nordyke. Stone Blue Oliver. Thomas Matthew Reichman. Courtney Renee Roberts. Alexis Noel Stamper. Cody Jean Thompson. Jamie Lee Tyler. Congratulations to these students on their outstanding academic performance. It is important to note at this time that graduates of the class of 2014 have been awarded a total of over $5,114,000 in grants and scholarships. Congratulations. We would like to recognize 37 New Richmond High School graduating seniors who have qualified for and will receive the Ohio Honors Diploma by meeting the criteria established by the State Board of Education. Members of the class of 2014 who will be receiving the Honors Diploma are asked to stand and remain standing until all names are called. Zachary Stephen Adkins. Paige Caroline Anderson. Adriana Storm Baker. Emily Paige Barcheski. Olivia Marie Beheimer. Cody Allen Bealey. Josephine Elizabeth Buckingham. Sarah Elizabeth Ellis. Felicity Ann Elsesser. John Christopher Ernst. Zachary Allen Fields. Jill Shannon Flanagan. Cheyenne Lynn Fletcher. Nicholas Reed Gilman. Cole Harry Goodnow. Kurt Thomas Greifenkamp. Hannah Elizabeth Hall. Jacob Michael Halke. Caleb Joseph Hayward. Joshua Bramwell Hyden. Abigail Ann Jewell. Ashley Lauren Lewis. Skylar Jade McDonald. Alexis Marie Meyer. Juliana Lee Molitor. Amanda Mebe Wynn. Michaela Sue Nordyke. Stone Blue Oliver. Thomas Matthew Reichman. Courtney Renee Roberts. Jacob Liam Ryan. Christopher William Sammons. Levi Stephen Simpson. Noah Abraham Roy Skinner. Alexis Noel Stamper. Eleanor Rose Wildy. Rachel Elizabeth Zavosky. Congratulations to these students on their outstanding academic performance. I am honored to introduce the 2014 salutatorian with a grade point average of 4.4309. Graduating with highest honors, Mr. Nicholas Reed Gilman. I am also honored this afternoon to present the valedictorian for the New Richmond High School class of 2014 with a grade point average of 4.4702, graduating with highest honors, Mr. Caleb Joseph Hayward. On behalf of the New Richmond School District, it's my pleasure at this time to induct Caleb into the New Richmond High School Academic Hall of Fame. He is certainly deserving due to his dedication to academic excellence. With the class of 2014, please rise. Mrs. Kim Hayden, President of the New Richmond Exempted Village School District Board of Education, would you please come forward? Mrs. President and members of the Board of Education, it is my pleasure to present to you the graduation class of 2014. Each of these students has successfully completed the courses of study provided by the New Richmond Exempted Village School District Board of Education and the state of Ohio and fully qualifies for a high school diploma.
It is my pleasure on behalf of the Board of Education to accept the graduating class of 2014. By the power vested in me by the State Board of Education and the New Richmond Exempted Village School Board of Education, and after having successfully completed the required courses of study, I hereby confer upon you the diploma of New Richmond High School. This diploma carries with it a respect, confidence, and best wishes for the future successes.
Class of 2014 of New Richmond High School, please be seated. At this time, we will begin the presentation of diplomas. The class of 2014 requests that the audience hold their applause until all graduates have received their diplomas. Presenting diplomas to the class will be members of the New Richmond Exempted Village School District Board of Education. Mrs. Kim Hayden, President. Mr. Kevin Walriven, Vice President. Mr. David Hawkins, Member. Mrs. Kristen Bennett, Member. And Mr. Anthony Farmer, Member. Faculty members representing the New Richmond Exempted Village School District are present today to honor the class of 2014. Faculty, please stand. Seniors, these faculty members salute you.
Caleb Joseph Hayward. Nicholas Reed Gilman. Cheyenne Lynn Fletcher. Zachary Allen Fields. Amanda Meavy Wynn. Joshua Bramwell Hayden. Olivia Marie Beheimer. Cody Jean Thompson. Logan Elizabeth Smith. Malik Raheem Davis. Olivia Grace Ferguson. Logan William Schinkel. Hannah Elizabeth Hall. Chandler Logan Cochran. Christine Rose Lutz. Levi Stephen Simpson. Courtney Renee Roberts. John Christopher Ernst. Caitlin Isabella Centers. Jason Andrew Goodrich. Star Nicole Rutherford. Samuel David Trimper. Gina Nicole Bowling. Jacob Liam Ryan. Ashley Lauren Lewis. Kurt Thomas Greifenkamp. Anne Louise Bishop. Tyler Joseph David. Paige Caroline Anderson. Stone Blue Oliver. Kristen Marie Friedel. Thomas Matthew Reitman. Felicity Ann Elsesser. Noah Gabriel Cheney. Megan Elizabeth Woolham. Cole Airy Goodnow. Caitlin Jean Bentley. Jacob Michael Hauke. Abigail Ann Jewell. Connell Gerard Stapleton, Jr. Natalie Elise Graham. Gary Lee Crawford. Emily Michelle Leffler. Cody Allen Bealey. Kristen Elizabeth Smith. Tyler James Sipple. April Janet Schmidt. Scott Allen Wagner. Alexis Marie Meyer.
Woo! Alexis!
Pierce Grant Burnham. Alyssa Lynn Hallahan. Joseph Henry Hawkins. Kristen Nicole Gray. William Charles Hayden. Alexis Catherine Cook. Joseph Austin Wren. Priya Parish Patel. Adam Michael Slade. Christina Paige Wilhoff. Michael Ray Huber.
Go, Michael! Go, Michael!
Faith Marie DeWar. Brian Paul Husted. Jessica Nicole Nazareth. Brian Christopher Lewis. Eleanor Rose Wildy.
Go, Wildy!
Kenneth James Booker. Laura Ann Bossy. Zachary Thomas Rolfus. Grace Catherine Janin. Robert Matthews Cruz. Courtney Faith Centers. William Charles Lytle. Shelby Nicole English. Corey Scott Forsey. Lauren Elizabeth Watkins. Austin Robert Antoni. Kelsey Elizabeth Williams. Evan Joseph Brigner. Skylar Jade McDonald. Samuel Joseph Fowl. Rachel Elizabeth Zavosky. Cody Wayne Catron. Michaela Sue Nordike. Christopher William Sammons. Juliana Lee Molitor. Andrew James Rostetter. Bailey Jill Workman. Jacob Austin Elam. Randy Nicole Powers. Dylan Wesley Adams. Sarah Elizabeth Ellis. Troy Lee Meredith. Devin Rihanna Feldkamp. Nathan James Snyder. Adriana Storm Baker. Harry Russell Britton. Chelsea Nicole Foley. Tristan Carl Williams. Isabel Monique Osterman. Nathan Lee Rostetter. Josephine Elizabeth Buckingham. Jeffrey Tyler Klein. Caitlin Regine House. Zachary Stephen Atkins. Kelsey Faith Kirshner. Colton Anthony Farmer. Laura Ann Huddleston. David Ross Larkby. Emily Paige Barcheski. Tyler Ryan Stark. Peyton Justine Davis. Bradley Allen Witham. Alexis Noel Stamper. Tyler James Stevens. Autumn Evelyn Miracle. Flint Canuck Winstrup. Brooke Elizabeth Pining. Jason Gage Skillman. Courtney Elizabeth Williams. Branston Allen Evans. Cheyenne Gail Plank. Hunter Keith Blankenship. Carly Marie Addison. Jacob Tyler Hunter Hurst. Taylor Chase Catron. Justin Grant Adams. Jamie Lee Tyler. Sean William Butler. Deborah Ann Roden. Brady Allen Ginn. Carrie Marie Herron. Christopher Adam Lawrence. Courtney Denise Frazier. Coulter Anthony Mack. Cheryl Lynn Appleman. Colton Ray Jordan. Melissa Ann Radcliffe. Daniel Stephen West. Miranda June Moore. Sean Michael Chapman. Thelma Cheyenne Sturgill. Quinn William Jeter. Jill Shannon Flanagan. Antonio James Davis. Nicole Faye Britton. Daniel Minervini. Clara Schuyler Hedrick. Christopher Michael Concepcion Sanchez. Autumn K. Seal. Asa Ray Bowman. Taylor Emily Yoder. Cody Matthew Johnson. Erica Nicole Lumpkins. Joshua Solomon Gilbert. Allison Michelle Skaggs. Justin Ray Moeller. Jose Francisco Nolan. Jacob Chance Ward.
Way to go, brother!
Eric Michael Pauley. Heather Elizabeth DeRose.
please stand while the band performs the alma mater and remain standing through the benediction. We also ask that you honor these graduates by remaining in place until all of our graduates have departed the stadium.
Good evening. Before we bring tonight's ceremony to its close, I would just like to take a moment and reflect on what this celebration really means. This simple piece of paper we receive signifies so much. The end of a 13-year educational journey. The end result of all the late nights spent doing P&Qs and the procrastination of completing an important paper. It signifies the end of some of our careers as high school athletes. The hours and hours we have put into doing our absolute best, and it is all so very bittersweet. The celebration occurring today is a culmination of all the accomplishments of all the educational goals we have set for ourselves when we first stepped foot into a classroom. These goals would have remained unaccomplished had we not had the overwhelming support of our teachers, mentors, parents, and even our fellow peers, and we would not be where we are today in the moment that we have yearned for so long. Today is a day to finally be proud of all that we've fulfilled and officially say we've done it. This is when it finally pays off to spend all our time and effort to accomplish even the smallest of feats. Today is a day for our families to be proud of their little boys and girls who have grown up into the young men and women we have become. Today is a day not only to reflect on all that we have achieved, but also to look back on all the wonderful experiences of our short lives. They say high school is some of the greatest years of your life, and I don't think any of us have realized that until now. We have seen what all we are capable of, and many of us are surprised at that. We have made some friends that will last a lifetime, and experienced events we will never forget. We now see the impact that we have left on Richmond High School, and the legacy that we are leaving as we now begin the next exciting chapter of our lives. One door has closed, and it is now time for another to open wide. We can now fulfill greater dreams and goals that were once out of reach. An amazing woman once said that words are an extremely powerful tool, and today I hope that I've used that tool to inspire and touch each and every one of you. It is now time that we become the graduated New Richmond High School class of 2014. At this time, I would like to ask all of you to join me in moving the tassels from the right to the left, signifying this transformation. Congratulations, class of 2014. I wish you all the best in your future endeavors, and I hope that you all take pride in how far you have come and have the utmost confidence in how far you can go. In part, be kind to one another, and perhaps most important of all, stay safe. Thank you.
You rock,